Welcome to the family with
Officer Dave.
And Andy Brant Bernard.
And of course, this guy, Josh, what's his name? Josh,
I'm late for everything.
Josh Amalata. Josh will be here some year, ladies and gentlemen. But we wanted to make sure you didn't think the show wasn't going to be on because it's already 9:53.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to hop on and get this whole thing started. Great to be back in studio. No question about that. Andy brought his dog along. She's out sleeping. Is she still sleeping on the couch?
Yep.
She's taking a little
I
nap.
think I might be able to see.
So Dave just dropped off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Did I touch something?
Apparently.
Maybe. We'll have to figure it out.
Oh, look at it.
Do you know how to do that stuff? Because I don't.
I
got no clue how to do that stuff.
I'll probably do something worse. Make it
So
it's unfixable.
And it's not that we need to get it out of the way, but we do have to talk about it. Another police officer just trying to show up to help two people he heard were in need of some help. He shows up, and what happens? One of them shoots and kills him.
Somebody hit stop cam. Way to go, Klish.
Yeah, there you go. Typical. So, as a cop, how many years you been a cop now?
17, 18 all totaled with all my volunteer time.
All total. Yep. So you've been a cop for 17, 18 years. Because this man was about, I think, 35 years old.
36, I think, is
36 years old.
Yep.
Okay. So he's probably been a cop maybe 15 years, something like that.
It sounded like he just got onto the job.
Oh, did he really?
So it'd be second career for him, probably.
Oh, God.
1 year on the job is what I had heard.
Yeah, 1 year on the job. That's
wife,
right.
Wife and kid.
You show up to help people and they kill you
just because he wore a badge,
and it is only because he was a cop.
I don't think there was anything. There's nothing that's been said, released so far that to suggest anything different.
Well, he was pretending to be in distress.
Oh, so he was actually helping the guy.
Yeah, that's what I read.
And then the guy
was pretending to be in distress. So the cop comes to his aid. The guy kills the cop, and then he starts shooting people.
Oh, okay.
And then when he realizes he's not getting out of that situation, he kills himself.
So the guy killed himself. The guy who shot him killed himself.
It says that. Let me see. Let's get
There's Josh.
The words up here. Yes. Ambush shooting that killed two others, including gunmen. So, well, I mean, I guess technically maybe
this is the no Hebrew section. Get out.
He just sitting at the other end of the table from you. So
we're just talking about this unfortunate situation where a cop shows up to help two people. Some of it's phony, apparently.
Is this in Minneapolis? South Minneapolis?
South Minneapolis, yeah.
And there are two cops were shot.
Was it two cops?
Two cops were shot. One passed away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the other had non-life-threatening wounds, which means he was grazed.
Annie was showing me that. Was it 22nd and Blaisdell?
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, now there's a real good neighborhood."
Yeah, there you go.
One time it probably was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one time it was great. Absolutely. Evo, do you have headphones over there?
I've got headphones.
Okay, I just want to make sure you had headphones because I don't want to be the only one that has to hear you. You have to hear yourself too. Then you'll realize the pain involved.
The pain, yeah.
He goes, yeah. But yeah, we're just trying to get a couple of subjects, very sad subjects, and some of them a little.
Oh no! Here's what happened. Okay, so the guy lived in an apartment complex, or he went to this complex and killed a couple people in it.
Oh, okay.
Then he went out into the street and pretended to be wounded. So then he killed the cop that came to his aid, and now he's dead, and we don't know why. Could have been there was another officer on scene who I think might have killed the guy.
Oh, okay. So
there was a shootout. It didn't end well for the guy. And then the other officer tried to save the first officer. It didn't work. And that's so basically, yeah, this guy went to an apartment complex and murdered some people he knew and then decided to ambush a cop on his way out.
I just don't understand what it is. Do people not understand if there were no cops, what a hellhole your life would be?
No, they have no clue.
It's just unbelievable.
Well, I mean, if you're the type of guy who's going to apartment complexes and murdering people, you probably want less cops.
yeah, I suppose you want to go.
Murder's a
out
lot
and murder.
easier when there's no law.
Yeah.
Oh,
I suppose
he
that's true.
voted for defund the police people.
Most likely.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Or maybe he didn't vote at all.
No, that's
I would-
that's also very likely.
you could move in on that microphone so we could hear you. That'd be good.
Oh, there. Can you hear me?
That's
Yeah.
better.
There
I
we
thought everybody could hear me.
Now they can. That's a good thing. Josh Arnold joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I want to get a couple of the hard hitting stuff, the things out of the way. We can't just ignore a young cop, 36 years old, shows up, been on the job 1 year, trying to help people, ends up dead because he tried to help people.
Yep.
I don't understand what.
That's why he was a cop to begin with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, at some point, they're
Yeah.
just going to start ignoring this kind of thing. You see someone on the side of the road? Too bad, not my job.
There you have it.
The funny thing is Minneapolis, you don't have to be a first responder, an EMT or basic or any of that stuff, because the fire department handles the medicals.
Mhm.
Oh,
Police
that's right.
department
That's
just
right.
secures the scene.
Right.
So
Firefighters still get shot too, and
Yes,
once in a while.
they do.
oh yeah,
They
oh
do.
definitely. I mean, look at Burnsville.
Yep. I just don't understand the hatred in this world right now. And I think a good example of that will be, and I don't have a personal opinion about this thing. It makes me sad to be an American today because this whole thing, and Josh, I predicted, well, not predicted, but I made a statement what was it, like 25 years ago when they went after Bill Clinton?
Yes.
About 25 years ago.
Yep.
I turned to my family and my friends. I said, this is a huge mistake because if they do this, it's never going to end.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't ended.
And it hasn't ended. It's getting worse and worse. It should have. You can't go after the president of the United States. That's a very special position. Particularly, went after Bill Clinton because he was banging other women. Apparently, that was the whole deal.
Well, and lied about it too.
And lied about it too. But he's still the president of the United States.
Yep.
And now you got Donald Trump, who's running for president again. And I just don't understand how you can set up a court, a system in the court where the guy has said many times that he hates you. The judge said many times that he hated Donald Trump.
I get the suspicion that this might be overturned on an appeal.
Oh, it probably will
absolutely.
be, don't you think?
I'm sure it will be overturned on an appeal. I am not an attorney, so this is just my personal view
Exactly.
with this. And I don't care whether you like Donald Trump or you don't like
Doesn't
Donald
matter.
Trump.
Yeah.
The charges for which this came about were initially thrown out. Nobody
Yes, by
wanted to take the case.
Two different court systems. Yeah.
We don't want this case. These are misdemeanors beyond the statute of limitations.
Yes, they
Beyond
were.
the
Yep.
statute of limitations. It was only when Donald Trump said, "My hat is in the ring to run again."
That's right. Yep.
And it was very interesting that number 3 person in the Justice Department resigned their
Yep.
position
Yep.
and went to work for the city attorney of New York,
Mhm.
who ran, as did the state attorney of New York. Both ran on, I'll say their position was, we're going to get Donald Trump.
Well, that
And they
guy-
got elected.
And the guy that left worked for Joe Biden. You knew that, right?
No, I didn't know. I just
Oh,
like,
yeah, that-
okay, he's in the Justice Department, Federal
Mhm.
Justice Department. He's leaving. That looks very,
Yep.
very political. And I don't care whether you like Donald Trump, you
Doesn't
don't
matter.
like Donald
Doesn't
Trump,
matter.
and there are an awful lot of people in New York.
That don't like Donald Trump.
So
You're right about that.
This came out during the jury selection pool.
Mhm.
First question: do you have a problem with Donald Trump?
Whoops.
Oh, half the people got up and they left. Yes, you're not going to even have a fair trial. from what I understand, two of the attorneys that were on the jury
Mhm.
worked for law firms that were very big in DEI,
Oh,
diversity,
see,
equity, and
yeah.
inclusion.
Yep.
Then it is my understanding that the judge did not give clear instructions nor written instructions.
No, he did not. That's correct.
So there seemed to be a lot of places where this could be appealed. And I'm sure that
They will, yeah.
it will be appealed, but I think the appellate process will probably take, this is June, the appellate process won't even
No, it'll be
kick in until after November.
Yeah, after the election.
So what are they going to do with him? Because his sentencing is in 2 weeks, right?
I thought the sentencing wasn't until July.
Oh, because they said on TV
Trump's
last night.
sentencing. Let's see.
I know it was like June 16th or yeah.
I
June
don't think
16th
they've
or
set a date.
Good. Well, maybe that won't happen. I would say this to Donald
wait.
Trump.
Yeah, it is July 11th.
July
Okay.
11th. Okay, I thought it was July 10th or something. I mean June 10th. So it's July 11th.
Yep.
June 10th, however,
June
is the
yes.
Worldwide Development Conference, the WWDC for Apple. Big date. That's a big date
Call this a
in my
segue.
book.
Segue, baby.
Of course, we have a
But I
segue.
got to get one more thing up before you do the segue. Donald, if you're listening, I don't know if I'd refer to the guy who brought these charges in the first place. Maybe you shouldn't refer to him as Fat Alvin. It's just not a good idea. He kept calling him Fat Alvin. Jesus.
He was trying to, bring back Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert, baby. All right. So now
Here
the segue.
comes Fat Albert. Yes, that's
Your brilliant segue.
my brilliant segue.
Yes.
The WWDC. That's not WWJD.
Mhm.
That's WWDC, the Worldwide Development Conference that Apple is going to be having out in Cupertino.
Okay.
They have it every year now in June. They bring in all the software developers who want to work with Apple, all the app developers, to hear all the new tools that Apple has for their upcoming software updates and or new features that are going to come out. This one is going to focus, as I understand, on